Welcome to the 16th season of QuizMe, presented by CNC. On today's show, our third quarterfinal, as Southridge takes on the team from Bois. Let's head to the CKPG studios and join Quizmaster Catherine Hansen.
Welcome to a second round QuizMe matchup. Let's get straight to the questions. We'll start with snappers. At 0.44 square kilometers, which tiny country can be found within Rome? Bois?
Vatican City.
Yes. On what continent would you find the emu as a native species? Bois?
Australia.
Correct. What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Bois?
Tinkerbell.
Yes. Jasper, Banff, and Hinton are all towns in which province?
Alberta.
Say it again.
Alberta.
Yes, that's correct. The woolly mammoth in the Ice Age movies is named what? Bois?
Manny.
Correct. In what city would you find a stadium called the Bird's Nest? Bois?
Baltimore.
No, I'm sorry. Southridge, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Rome.
The answer, Beijing. Some butterfly wing markings look like fake eyes. What is the purpose of those fake eyes? Southridge?
Camouflage. Camouflage.
I'm sorry, we can't accept that answer. Bois, would you like to try? Go ahead.
To scare off predators?
Yes. Our first video question of the game is hosted by a QuizMe alumni.
Hi, I'm Ezra, and I was on the Fraser Lake QuizMe team. My question for you is, at the end of its life, a massive star can implode to generate what gravitationally dense object?
Southridge.
Black hole.
Yes, that's correct. The score after our first set of questions, Southridge at 10, Bois at 60. Join us for more QuizMe after this break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC, is brought to you in part by Diversified Transportation for all your transportation needs, bringing our communities safely home. QuizMe, presented by CNC, brought to you in part by Joey's Restaurant, a tasty little place for seafood.
Let's meet today's teams. On Southridge, we have Waji, Aiden, and Ali. On Bois, we have Bailey, Alia, and Brendan. And our judge for today's match is Todd Whitcomb from UNBC. It's time now for theme questions. These are a series of questions on the same topics. The following questions are about South American countries. Quito is the capital of which country? Bois.
Ecuador.
Yes, that's correct. Caracas is the capital of which country? Bois.
Venezuela.
Yes. La Paz is one of the capitals of which country? Southridge.
Hungary.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Bois, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Belize.
No, we're looking for Bolivia. Bogota is the capital of which country? Bois.
Colombia.
Yes. The following questions are about the metric system. What is the prefix indicating 1,000? Southridge.
A kilo.
Yes. Many really tiny objects, such as atoms, are only 10 to the minus 9 meters in size. What prefix is used for 10 to the minus 9? Southridge.
Nano.
Yes. How many centimeters make up a meter? Southridge.
100.
Correct. How many millimeters make up a centimeter? Bois.
10.
Yes. The following theme questions are about geographical directions: north, south, east, or west. Which direction would you travel to go from Canada to Brazil? Bois.
South.
Yes. Which direction would you travel to go from Brazil to Kenya? Bois.
East.
Correct. Which direction would you travel to go from Kenya to Vietnam? Southridge.
East.
Correct. Which direction would you travel to go from Vietnam to China? Southridge.
North.
Yes. The following questions are about the Roman Empire. Early Romans were caught between two flourishing cultures. One was the Greeks. What was the other? Southridge.
Cyrus.
No, I'm sorry, not the answer we're looking for. Bois?
Estrachan.
Yes. When the Etruscans ruled Rome, what type of government did they have? Southridge.
Kingship.
Yes, I'll accept that answer. When the Romans overthrew the Etruscans in 509 BC, what form of government did they set in place? Bois?
Democracy.
No, I can't accept that answer. Southridge, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Republic.
Yes, that's correct. For our next video question, we head to the Central Interior Railway and Forestry Museum.
This structure was used to burn waste wood in the early days of the forest industry. Do you know what it was called?
Southridge.
B pyramid.
No. Lac des Bois, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Burning hut.
Very close. It was called a beehive burner. Our next category of questions is about science. Matter occurs in which 4 generally recognized states? Southridge.
Solid, liquid, gas, and plasma.
Yes. The Pegasus galaxy is found in which constellation? Southridge.
The Pegasus.
Correct. According to Health Canada's new food guide, what beverage is recommended? Southridge.
Water.
Right. Physical science is generally divided into 2 main branches. One is chemistry. What is the other? Lac des Bois?
Physics. Physics.
Correct. CRISPR-Cas9 is a gene editing technology which allows biologists to alter what fundamental unit of DNA? Southridge.
Genes.
Yes. Cretaceous, Mesozoic, and Jurassic are all intervals in what time scale which divides up Earth's history? Lac des Bois.
Prehistoric.
No, I'm sorry. Southridge, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Cambrian era.
The answer, the geologic time scale. Photosynthesis uses sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water to glucose, which plants use. And what gas that we require? Southridge.
Oxygen.
Correct. In predator-prey relationships, when the hunter becomes the hunted, it becomes what? Southridge.
Prey.
Yes. A video question wraps up the science category presented by Professor Todd Whitcomb.
There are 8 planets recognized in the solar system. Which is the largest?
Southridge.
Jupiter.
Yes. Time now for our image gallery. We'll show you some pictures and ask you questions about them. Unscramble these letters to get a bird sometimes found in a coal mine. Southridge.
Cannery.
Canary is the correct answer, yes. Are they waffling around? Which European country is shown in red? Lac des Bois?
Belgium.
Right. The fastest of all land animals, this cat has a very long stride.
Cheetah.
Yes, that's correct. What day of the week is dimanche?
Sunday.
Yes, in English, that's correct. This display of the Northern Lights was captured above what capital city of the Yukon? Lac des Bois.
Whitehorse.
Correct. Escargot, or cooked snails, is a delicacy associated with the cuisine of what country? Lac des Bois.
France.
Yes. Her song Shallow won an Oscar for the movie. Lac des Bois.
Lady Gaga.
Correct. Fill in the missing numbers to complete this equation. Southridge.
321.
That's correct. Earth orbits our sun, which is a star in a much bigger cluster of stars called what? Southridge.
The Milky Way.
Right. From sea level to peak, this is the tallest mountain on Earth. Southridge.
Mount Everest.
Right. What number is represented by these Roman numerals? Southridge.
1,500.
Yes. Back to snappers now, worth 10 points each. What pest did the Pied Piper lead out of the town of Hamlin? Southridge.
Rats.
Yes. Who or what was Little Bo Peep looking for? Lac des Bois.
Her sheep.
Yes. In 2018, France won the trophy in this international event, probably the most.
FIFA.
Yes. In a narrative story, where would you expect to find the climax? Southridge?
The end.
Yes. What instrument, usually found in a science lab, can magnify things too small? Southridge.
Microscope. Microscope.
Right. What is the abbreviation for a milliliter? Lac des Bois.
ML.
Yes. Overlooking Cape Town in South Africa is a flat-topped or table-like mountain called what? Lac des Bois.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
No, I'm sorry. Southridge, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Table Mountain.
Yes, that's correct. The mayor and city council regularly meet inside what building? Lac des Bois.
City Hall.
Right. 1 milliliter is what fraction of a liter? Southridge.
1/1000th.
Right. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet.
Eating her curds away.
Not the answer we're looking for. Southridge. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey. Curds and whey are part of making what popular dairy product? Southridge.
Cheese?
Yes, that's correct. What is the capital of Nova Scotia? Lac des Bois.
Halifax?
That's right. In 1977, the very first Star Wars movie was released. What was its subtitle? Southridge.
A New Hope?
Yes. The capital of which ancient civilization was located in Memphis at the tip of the Nile Delta?
Ancient Egypt.
That's correct. The score now is Southridge at 290, Lac des Bois at 240. Join us for more QuizMe after this break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC, is brought to you in part by Great White Toys Comics Games. At Great White, it's always a good time to play. QuizMe, presented by CNC, bringing people and potential together for 50 years.
During the break, our judge reviewed the answers, and it was the FIFA World Cup, which France won in 2018. The corrected score for Southridge is now 280. Lac des Bois sits at 240. Let's get this round going with more snappers. Copying their design from First Nations, what boats were used by early fur traders? Lac des Bois.
Canoes?
Correct. What does anonymous mean when it refers... Southridge.
Hidden?
No. Lac des Bois, what does anonymous mean when it refers to the author of a poem? Go ahead.
Unknown?
Yes. Name at least one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Lac des Bois.
Raphael?
Yes. In what body part would you find bones called the anvil and the stirrup? Southridge.
Ear.
Yes. Where do the stories about Winnie the Pooh and friends take place? Southridge.
100 Acre Woods.
Yeah, correct. When breaking the sound barrier?
Sonic Boom.
That's correct. An aircraft produces a sonic boom. The funny bone is found at the tip of which arm bone? Southridge.
Your shoulder. Humorous.
Yes, we'll take that answer. Venus has the hottest surface temperature in the solar system. Which planet has the coldest? Southridge.
Neptune?
No. Lac des Bois?
Uranus?
Yes. In English, we say 9. What would you say in French? Lac des Bois.
Neuf.
That's right. What is the decimal equivalent of 12%? Southridge?
0.12.
Right. What is the official home address of the Prime Minister of Canada? Lac des Bois?
21 Sussex?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Southridge? Go ahead.
21 Sussex Road.
The answer, 24 Sussex Drive. A device generating light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation is known as...
Laser.
That's correct, Southridge. Now for our next video question, presented by a research professor from UNBC.
Hi, my name is Gary Wilson. I'm a political science professor at UNBC. My question is, the UN is an international organization that was founded in 1945. What do the initials UN stand for?
Southridge?
United Nations.
That's right. It's time now for the math category. Many decorative objects are polygons with sides of equal length. How many sides does a hexagon have, Southridge?
6.
Correct. What is 6 squared? Lac des Bois.
36.
Right. 2.8 divided by 7 gives you what number? Southridge.
0.4.
Yes. Driving at 70 kilometers per hour for 30 minutes, how far would you go, Southridge?
35 kilometers.
Yes. In the fraction 3/5, which numeral is the numerator?
3.
Southridge.
3.
Yes. -3 times +5 results in what product?
-15.
That's correct. 4 plus 17 plus 8 plus 2 equals what? Lac des Bois?
It's 30. What was the last number? 34.
No, I'm sorry. Southridge, would you like to try?
31.
Yes. When you subtract 1/3 from 5/6, what is the resulting fraction? Southridge?
3/6.
Yes. At 50 cents per bagel, how many can you buy with $4.50? Southridge?
8.
No. I'm sorry, Lac des Bois?
9 bagels.
Yes. What is 72 divided by 9? Southridge.
8.
Yes. 8 people each buy 4 oranges. How many oranges were bought, Lac des Bois?
28.
No, I'm sorry. Southridge.
32.
Right. What is 12 times 27? Lac des Bois.
12 times 27. 227. 56, 54, 257. 314.
I'm sorry, incorrect. Southridge, would you like to try? Go ahead.
324.
That's correct. Our next video question is hosted by Joel Ewert, a QuizMe alumni and a Paralympic hopeful.
The third largest parasport in terms of athletes is sometimes called ping pong. What is it more properly called?
Lac des Bois.
Table tennis.
Yes. Let's test your language skills next with English class. What is the adjective in the sentence? My dad has many tools in the garage. Southridge.
Many.
Yes. What book series includes Dinosaurs Before Dark, The Night at Dawn? Southridge.
The Magic Tree House.
Right. The main story events of a play, novel, or movie are called the what, Lac des Bois?
Plot.
Yes. What is the adverb in the sentence? We cheered the players.
Cheered.
I'm sorry, I'll finish the question for Lac des Bois. What is the adverb in the sentence? We cheered the players enthusiastically. Lac des Bois?
Enthusiastically. Okay, thank you.
Rearrange the letters in the word hours to get the opposite of sweet. Southridge.
Sour.
Correct. In doing science experiments, you try to have only one variable. Spell the word variable. Southridge.
variable.
Yes. It was a team effort. Scent or scent. Spell the word that means a distinctive smell. Lac des Bois.
SCENT.
Yes. There are typically 4 types of sentences: exclamatory, declarative, imperative, and what is the 4th type, Southridge?
Interrogatory.
Yes, I'll accept that answer. Is the a definite or an indefinite article? Southridge.
Indefinite.
I'm sorry, incorrect. Lac des Bois?
Definite.
Yes. What is the preposition in the sentence, the cat jumped in the land?
In.
Yes, that's correct. Lac des Bois. The rocks were as sharp as a razor.
Simile.
Yes, that's correct. Southridge. Rearrange the letters in the word lake to get something you don't want if you... Lac des Bois?
Kale.
Sorry,
that's
over to
food.
Southridge. Rearrange the letters in the word lake to get something you don't want if you are in a boat. Go ahead.
Leak.
Yes. Make sure you indicate dialogue in your story by using quotation marks. Southridge?
Use an apostrophe.
I'm sorry, over to Lac des Bois. Spell the word quotation. Go ahead.
Quotation.
That's right. He loved her to the exclusion of all others. Spell the word exclusion. Southridge.
EXCLUSION.
That is correct. Moving to our last video question of the game, it's presented by CKPG-TV news anchor Kendall Robertson.
What civic facility underwent a major overhaul and was reopened to the public in 2018 with a new bright blue track?
Southridge.
Massage Place.
That is correct. We'll finish up the game with snappers, 10 points for each of these. Prehistoric feathers, frogs, snails, birds, and even a piece of dinosaur tail have been found in what type of gemstone? Southridge.
Amber.
Correct. On which continent would you find the world's largest rainforest? Lac des Bois.
South America.
Yes. Who wrote the autobiography of Mark Twain? Lac des Bois.
Mark Twain.
Yes. The famous country singer Dolly Parton is godmother to this singer, who also played the character of Hannah Montana. Who is she, Lac des Bois?
Miley Cyrus.
Correct. What reed was used by the ancient Egyptians?
Papyrus reed.
Yes. In August of 2018, NASA launched a probe on the first ever mission to study this star. The center, Lac des Bois?
The sun.
Yes, the center of our solar system. Draining the Great Lakes, into which ocean does the St. Lawrence flow? Southridge.
Atlantic.
Yes. The Davis Cup is an international tournament for men in which sport? Southridge?
Tennis?
Yes, that's correct. What is the highest court in Canada called? Southridge?
Supreme Court of Canada.
Correct. When you breathe on a cold window, the water vapor in your breath turns to droplets of water. Lac des Bois?
Steam?
I'm sorry. I'll throw it over to Southridge. When you breathe on a cold window, the water vapor in your breath turns to droplets of water by what process? Go ahead.
Condensation.
That's right. At the start of a game of chess, how many pieces are there on the board? Southridge?
32.
That's right. And that was our last question of the game. We'll be back after this short break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC. The UNBC video questions are brought to you by the University of Northern BC. Visit us at unbc.ca. QuizMe, presented by CNC, bringing people and potential together for 50 years.
Our judge has confirmed the final score. We have Southridge at 600, Lac des Bois at 430. Thanks so much to Bailey, Alia, and Brendan from Lac des Bois for a great game today. And congratulations to Waji, Aiden, and Ali from Southridge. They'll be moving on to the next round of QuizMe.
Southridge wins this week's game, and they move on to the semifinals. Join us on our next show for the last quarterfinal as the team from Cedars Christian takes on Hart Highlands. QuizMe, presented by CNC.